In the playbook tonight, the economy is going from bad to worse, and some critics are saying the president has forgotten about the middle class. Today, new jobless claims spiked to their highest levels in 9 months. Bankruptcies, both personal and business, are at the highest level in nearly 5 years. What should the president do? A second stimulus package, or just ask for more patience? The president hammered the Republicans for blocking the small business bill today. Let's watch that.
Unfortunately, a partisan minority in the Senate so far has refused to allow this jobs bill to come up for a vote. Many provisions in the bill were actually authored by Republican senators. It has been praised as being good for small business by groups like the Chamber of Commerce and the National Federation of Independent Businesses. A majority of senators are in favor of the bill. And yet, the obstruction continues.
Come on, even the right-wing Chamber of Commerce is in favor of it. Look, you know I'm tough on the president, but he's right about this one. This bill can actually help, and it's refreshing to see some fight in him. All right, now joining me now is Democratic Strategist Bob Shrum. He's also a professor at New York University. Bob, is this whole idea that the president has forgotten the middle class or has not done enough for unemployment, et cetera, is that just a communication problem for the president, that he hasn't communicated how much he has done for them, or is there some truth to it?
Well, first of all, he's done extraordinary things at a level we haven't seen from any president in terms of progressive achievement in 50 years. Secondly, I think the biggest part of the problem is that the economy is in tough shape. And the economy's in tough shape because the party of no succeeded. They succeeded in making the stimulus bill too small. They succeeded in making sure that it had too many tax cuts in it. And the president, who I think wanted a second stimulus bill, was simply told he didn't have the votes. There were a lot of the Republicans wouldn't vote for it, probably to a person, and there were a lot of blue dog Democrats who were against it. But I think blaming the president... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But now, look, blaming the Republicans now, right before the elections, it seems like you're really late to the party. I mean, Barack Obama kept reaching out, and they kept hitting below the belt, and he was playing patty cakes with them. So now is it too late to turn around and say, oh, these guys that I was trying to make deals with, they're actually the bad guys?
No, actually, I think what he ought to do is come out of this legislative period, set a big speech that sets the frame for the midterm elections, go out there and show that he and the Democrats have been fighting for ordinary people and the Republicans have been siding with special interests. And that's true on issue after issue after issue. If he doesn't draw that kind of big dividing line, if he simply says, look, the choice in this election is do we want to go forward or go back, I fear that there are going to be a lot of people out there who are going to say, well, maybe I do want to go back, not to Bush, but to a time of full employment, to a time when home values were secure. The president inherited this mess. He's doing, I think, as good a job as anybody could do with it, but he now has to go out there and be the politician in chief. He has to stop talking about bipartisanship, and he has to talk about what the real differences and stakes in the battle are. The one other thing I would add, by the way, is just because Robert Gibbs was stupid enough to attack progressives doesn't mean that progressives should be stupid enough to attack Barack Obama.
It depends on if he deserves it. If he deserves it, if he'd gone all the way, if he'd actually made the changes, then there would be no reason for it. But instead, he went halfway because of the Republicans. He's all going to reach out to them. Patty cakes.
We have a constitutional system of government and a distorted system in the Senate where you got to get 60 votes to get anything through.
All right, Bob,
I mean, let's not forget, presidents tried for 100 years to pass health reform.
Right.
This president finally did it, and by the way, he did it with the help of progressives.
We got to go. Bob, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a good conversation.